Hi guys, my name is Jeremy. This one and the following series of videos are going to contain my journey as I travel through my latest dip into depression and the anxiety that I deal with in conjunction with the depression. I understand that these videos are not going to be for everyone. I have never told these stories, nor do I express my feelings like this in a public forum, so this was surprisingly difficult to do over time. However, I wanted to log my journey as I travel through and out of depression. I will try to give as honest an account as possible of how I'm feeling, what I'm doing towards helping myself get as better as I can throughout this process. You will hear about some of the trials that I have to overcome and my triumphs as they surface. There is no particular order of success or failure towards these sorts of things, so I can't tell you when this depressive dip will be finished or how long this vlog is going to last. My wish is that this will be a success story of someone who's suffering from depression and anxiety and making their way out of it to beat it. I hope that there will be some sort of content in this series that will be informative and helpful to a range of people. I have been struggling with major depression for the past 16 years, and during that period of time I've picked up some knowledge of the subject of mental health and mental illness. I'm just finishing my second year of studying a bachelor's degree in psychology, so obviously the topic interests me pretty heavily and wanting to help others. However, I have to say that what I do and what I say is not particularly a supplement for medical advice, and that I would still implore you to visit your local doctor and find some time to have a few sessions with a registered psychologist if you're going through a difficult time. Psychologists are amazing people who are able to help you out even if you're just feeling overly stressed, going through a bad breakup, or the loss of someone that you care about. You do not have to have a mental illness to visit these caring people and gain assistance or advice on how to move forwards. Most people don't know much about their own mental illnesses. If you are a person that wants to know more, if you are a person who wants to see what other people who are more experienced in depression and anxiety do to combat their illnesses, then you are most welcome to follow this video series. As are anyone else that cares about me or just random viewers, this might actually turn out to be helpful to you. I hope to make quality mental health videos in the future that are actually purely aimed at being informative and helpful for people with certain specific mental illnesses. They may help particularly for people who know someone that they care about, who deals with mental illness and wants to know how to best care for them. So stick around, as this channel and topics will evolve over time, as will my extremely sketchy video editing skills. I don't expect these videos will go far, but I do truly hope that they help even just a few people out there. Mental illnesses are messy and difficult to deal with, let alone understand. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask away and interact with me on these videos of Facebook. If you have gone through or continue to deal with mental illness, then if you feel capable to do so, please post about what has helped you in the past and share your knowledge. This content is really hard for me to talk about. I might only have a handful of people who know me who know that I suffer from mental illness. I am a typically private man, and I was surprised how hard talking about this was, even just to a camera. With all my years of dealing with this stuff, it was still difficult for me to talk about. So please be gentle and understanding if you see someone talk about their own struggles here or anywhere on social media. They may be just starting out their own journey, and it is always best to be supportive when people open up. We need to encourage that kind of behavior. I do hope that I may help some people out there who are feeling a bit lost and just going through a rough time. I really hope to bring a bit of a human face to some of these issues. I feel like I'm a pretty typical guy who has a lot going for me. But mental illness doesn't really give a toss about any of your advantages or disadvantages in life. It doesn't give a care in the world for the fact that you may have nothing to complain about in your life, except for the fact that depression or just mental illness have come down to visit. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it other than to just fight and fight. I've gained some inspiration for these videos from my friends who suffer and struggle with their mental illnesses, and with other people who have been outspoken about this typically silent problem. Lastly, and sorry to get a bit deep for a minute, but this stuff is important to reiterate. If I can half paraphrase, half quote a short segment on suicide and mental health by Paul Murray from Sky News a few years ago, there are people who are amongst us who are hurting. Our mates, our kids, our nephews. Please reach out to them. If you are out there and feel trapped and are in trouble, please, as someone who has understood the difficulties of what you have been through, there is always someone that cares about you. It might only be a person that you've just met and barely know, but they will be the person that you need to talk to, and the world will truly miss you. You are not alone. It might be a tough life that's in front of you, but it is a life worth living. If you're struggling, wherever you are, please reach out for help. Call Lifeline, talk to a mate, talk to mum and dad, jump on the internet or scroll through your phone or Facebook contacts and find positive people who will positively reinforce you, because it is a life worth living. Life can be tough, damn tough. It can break you in half time and time again. But you have to think of a joy of a sunrise or a sunset, the big smile and a huge laugh of a night out. You have to think about the joy of a friend telling you a joke, or coming across that tune that just gives you goosebumps and you sharing it with a like-minded musical friend. These all don't sound like much when you're at the bottom of your barrel, but I promise you that this is the stuff that is worth living for. That is the sort of basic stuff that you should focus in on your life at the moment. And that is the stuff that we can't wait to have you around for. So please remember, you are loved. You are not alone.